Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 198. The album that we'll be reviewing today is Boogie Down Productions with their debut album titled Criminal Minded, released in 1987, the year I was born. For those who don't know who Boogie Down Productions is, their hip hop group consists of three members: KRS-One, Scott LaRock, and D Nice, who's not pictured on the cover. Alright? KRS-One, for those who don't know who he is, he's an MC from the South Bronx. He's originally from Brooklyn. He was raised in the Bronx. Or I think it was the other way around. Forgot. But he got his start back in the early 80s, specific. He was homeless at one point, and I've heard stories where it was so bad that he used to sleep in like an abandoned building that had a freezer in it. And it's crazy because that same freezer, you had homeless people that lived there, but they end up dying because they would suffocate from that shit. Because like inside the freezer, there's no air coming in. So in order for you to come, for air to come out, you have to open the door. And because it's ventilated, so you're not gonna get any air coming out. So he said he had to put a brick on the doorways just so that it won't close. It's just kind of crazy and scary at the same time, but you do what you gotta do. Then he was discovered by Scott LaRock. Scott LaRock, he was like a mentor at a let me turn it down a little bit. Sorry about that. He was a mentor at he worked at I think he was like a social worker at a shelter, a homeless shelter. So he found KRS-One, brought him in with him and stuff like that. And at that same shelter, they would do things like bring in, give the people that live in the shelters like tokens so they could go look for jobs and stuff. But KRS-One, he would either take the tokens or but he would sell them to get like weed or alcohol or just buy food and shit like that. Or he would even steal tokens. So Scott LaRock and KRS-One end up butting heads over that, and then they was just butt heads, and eventually they end up becoming cool. And they found out that they both do music. He found out that he rapped. KRS-One raps. Scott LaRock is a DJ, that kind of thing. Blah blah blah. And so these Scott LaRock, he already had like a little buzz going on with him in the industry. He knew like some people in the industry, things like that. And so they worked on some demos. One of them is a song called Elementary, a couple other songs like that, which is actually on the album, which I'll explain in a little bit. So pretty much songs like that. And then I guess the engineer that they knew Mr. Magic, because Mr. Magic, he was that dude. He was like what Funkflex is now, but for back then, you know what I mean? Cocky, arrogant, very brash, you know what I mean? Just don't take shit from nobody. He'll tell you if his shit is whack, but Funkflex is corny. He's a cornball. Fuck that nigga. But that's a whole different topic. So pretty much one of the demos, to make a long story short, the demos fell into the lap of, got in the hands of Mr. Magic. He wasn't feeling it, and so one day he was doing a radio show, and both Scott LaRock and KRS bum rushed the show, and pretty much told them niggas like, yo, get the fuck out of here, and y'all niggas is whack, you know what I mean? And so, but before that, let me backtrack. In 1985, MC Shan put out The Bridge, and Mr. Magic, MC Shan and Marley Marl had ties with it. They worked with each other and stuff like that. And Scott LaRock and KRS-One knew about that, that kind of thing. So, and KRS being who he is, he felt some type of way about what he said about Queensbridge, with hip hop and things. Like, he made it seem like Shan was saying that hip hop started in the bridge. I mean, yeah, it started in the bridge, but it didn't. He was just he was just saying like how how they do the same things just like everywhere else, um, things like that. But Karis wouldn't take it that way. He's just very competitive kind of dude. So again, that's when he met with try to get with Mr. Magic. They bum rushed his show. Pretty much like y'all niggas is whack, that kind of thing. So they made the response song to South Bronx, and when they put out South Bronx, that's what kind of pretty much started the Bridge Wars. And then from then on, they started working demos, and then eventually they came out with this album right here. All right. So with this album, this is actually the deluxe edition. I'll explain more about that with that. Yeah, just so glad I have this version, and I'll explain it in a bit. But let me open it up. This is what the album looks like. Pretty cool. In an interview, Karis One was saying pretty much how some of the guns on this cover were theirs, but also they also got some guns from an ex-Marine that lived in the hood and shit like that. So they pretty much got their guns from him, and as well as shit that they owned themselves. All right. And you got Scott LaRock, D Nice, Karis One right there. Nigga look zooted, son. Oh man, it's funny. All right, open it up. It's a double disc fucking digipacks. Oh my fucking god, that sound painful. Hate that. But yeah, this is this one comes with 10 tracks, just like the OG does. Open it up. It's what the CD looks like, obviously. Open it up. That's what it looks like in the back. Pretty cool. Then you see Scott Rock right there. Thought that was pretty cool. Let me put it back. That just sounded painful just hearing that. Oh god. Alright. Alright, so the booklet is very thick. So it kind of goes, gives you like the history of Boogie Down Productions, the early 12 inches and things like that, talks about the rock candy and all that. Goes through the breakdown of some of the songs, things of that nature. Gives you like the lyrics. Let me see. I haven't opened this shit in mad long, so bear with me. It just gives you a very detailed description of all the songs and stuff like that. It's a pretty dope pick right there. So I give you it gives you the like the lyrics and all that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Got the infamous picture right there. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Alright. Yeah, so you guys get the gist of that. Alright. Shit. Alright. You know how I get down? Oh, and production is done by Set G. It's just all cuts produced by Karis One and Scott LaRock. Special thanks to Set G. Cause Set G did a lot of the drum programming. He did like the chops and stuff like that. Things of that nature. So that's the thing with Set G. So pretty much Set G did the beats on this album. You know what I mean? So you know how I get down. I'm gonna go do some of the tracks, that kind of thing. Track 1, Poetry. Dope way to start the album. Very dope beat. Nice very, it's a very iconic song, like the beat wise and stuff like that. Dope, like I said, dope way to start the album. I like the line where he says, it takes concentration for fresh communication, observation, that is to see without speaking. Take off your coat, take notes. I am teaching a class, or rather school, cause you need schooling. I'm not the king or queen, I'm not ruling. I thought that was pretty dope, man. Dope way to start the album, man. Like, pretty much like, I'm the teacher, I'ma school y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is whack. Teach y'all niggas a thing or two about rhyming. That's what I got from that joint right there. Excuse me. Track 2, South Bronx, which is the single off the album. One of the singles. Again, like I said before, it's a famous diss track towards MC Shan. It's a song, like I said, responding to the bridge, because, like I said, Karis One felt that, he was dissing, was just pretty much saying like how hip hop started in Queensbridge, which he didn't say that. He just said like, yo, we do hip hop jams park in the dark, that kind of thing, and I guess he made it seem like it's only a Bronx thing, but hip hop is universal. We all know that the Bronx is the birthplace of hip hop. Like I said, this is a song that pretty much started the Bridge Wars and stuff like that. My only gripe with this song was the beat. I wasn't too crazy about the beat. If I had to choose when it comes to sorry about that. Yeah. The thing with this song, like me and Rez, we had a kind of like a disagreement, which was the better song, The Bridge, MC Sham's The Bridge, or South Bronx. I said The Bridge because it had a better beat, you know what I mean? Even though the song was not a diss song to anything, it was just him picking up his hood, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, you know what I mean? Because nobody really did it like that. But, South Bronx was like I said, the diss track to that particular song. And then, MC Shan came out with Kill That Noise, which I wasn't too fond of. I don't know, I think MC Shan is whack. That's just my personal opinion. But I do appreciate his contribution to hip hop, for a number of reasons. If it was for MC Shan, I don't think KRS-One would have the career that he has now. That's just my personal opinion. Also, birthed a lot of MCs like, Prodigy, Nas, Cormega, Mobb Deep, and all that stuff. They were kind of the head honcho. And yeah, you had Tragedy Gaddafi, but he was a young buck, you know what I mean? But, MC Shan, like, when it comes to Queensbridge, he doesn't really get the just due that he deserves, but I think he's still whack. That's just my personal opinion. I just never bothered to listen to his albums. I mean, I've heard the Down by Law album, I think that came out the same year, 87. I only like 2 songs, The Bridge and Left Me Lonely. Those are the only songs I really like, but, again, South Bronx, cool track. I was not a fan of the beat, you know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Track 3, 9 Goes Bang. One of my favorite, 9mm Goes Bang. One of my favorite tracks off the album. What I got from that joint is he's putting the listeners to like a point of view of a stick-up kid. Him robbing drug dealers, robbing normal people, for innocent bystanders and shit like that, you know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. Track 4, Word from our sponsor, another one of my favorite tracks off the album. Love the beat, very, very, very dope. Love the line where he says, the weak will perish, ignorance is a poison, and knowledge will nourish. Very, very dope line, fucking love that. It's very relatable for today. If you listen to that, the weak will perish, ignorance is a poison, knowledge will nourish. Because it seemed like, a lot of shit that, there's a lot of ignorant people that's spreading poison, and it's like, but knowledge always reigns supreme, you know what I mean? So, as long as you, try to learn new things and, you separate the negative with the positive, I think you should be alright, man. And that's what I got from that. Track 5, Elementary, the song I was telling you guys about. It's just him calling out whack MCs and things of that nature. That's what I got from that joint. Like the line where he says, everything I write is premeditated, suckers wanna fake it, I just hate it. Biting routines or saying something kinda weak, my words will comprehend every time I speak. Very fucking dope. That's well said, you know what I mean? Pretty much, saying like, niggas is fake, man, and then you wanna bite my shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, but niggas know the real, cause when I speak, people know the truth, cause, ain't no front, I don't be faking the front like some people, so that's what I got from that track. I thought that was pretty dope. Me, just drinking my green tea water. Good stuff. Track 6, Dope Beat. Very, very dope song. One of my favorite tracks of the album. I remember Cass once said in an interview, he was saying about how the original version of Dope Beat was on the vinyl version, on the OG pressing, was actually called Hope Beat. But that was like more of a manufactured error on the manufacturer's part. Yeah, sorry about that. And like I said, dope beat. Like I said, the original version was the same beat. It's the same song, but like it's just the only difference is like that was on the vinyl. It actually says Hope Beat instead of Dope Beat, and I think that was like a manufacturing error, you know, on the manufacturer's part. Um, and I love the beat. Like I said, the beat it samples the Back in Black sample by AC/DC. Very fucking dope. Um, One thing that Karas once said, and I'm not snitching, he said it himself, is that a lot of the samples that they use, they didn't clear the samples. You know what I mean? And I thought that's kind of risky, but especially at that time. But I'm shocked that they didn't get caught or anything. There was no like cease and desist kind of orders on this album. And the thing with the samples, the rock sample choices, that Scotland Rock was actually a rock fan. You know what I mean? So he liked like AC/DC and Deep Purple and shit like that. You know, so he likes that kind of stuff, that kind of music. You know what I mean? So that definitely influenced like some of the production on this album. So I thought that was pretty cool. One of my favorite lines is when he says, "Stupid MCs on the mic, the way it's supposed to be done." No, he says, "Yeah, stupid MCs on the mic, the way it's supposed to be done. They study rhymes all week, but I be rhyming for fun. When they lose, they get upset, always pushing a gun. But they must snap out of that because I'm KRS-One." I thought that was pretty cool, man, because it's like what I got from that, man, is like, you got these motherfuckers, man, that be talking all tough and shit, and, they be battling niggas, but then it's like, is it that one dude that always try to crack jokes on niggas and shit? What you supposed to do, in the cipher, but then it's like, because that's part of it, it's just part of the nature of the beast when it comes to battling. But then when you have somebody, and that person is like the most popular one, he's the one that gets the girls, and he's Mr. Popular. But then when you have one dude like KRS-One, he kind of like shuts that nigga shit down. He wants to get all mad and shit, he gets all jealous, and he's getting all the love, he's getting all the juice from the people, and these motherfuckers want to fucking try to fight a nigga, they want to try to pull a gun out. It's fucking retarded. It's fucking stupid, man. Like, it's fucking retarded. But yeah, that's what I got from that song, Dope Beat. I thought that was pretty dope. Track 7 remix for P is Free. Very, very dope. I love the reggae influence in this track. And he just pretty much talks about prostitution in this track. It's just real, man. How prostitutes use their bodies to get crack and things like that. That happens all the time, unfortunately. You have people that would sell their bodies just to get that fix, and that's just sad, man. It's just sad reality that happens all the time. Even to this, it's probably happening right now as we speak. It's just unfortunate, man. But but there's always help out there. You just gotta want the help. So that's what I got from that. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Track 8, The Bridge Is Over, is a response to Kill That Noise by MC Shan. To me, this was a lot better than South Bronx, had a way better beat. The story with this song is that everything was done by KRS-One. I think it was either D Nice or Set G that did the drum programming, but the piano, the that was all KRS-One. KRS-One actually played the piano. And one thing about this album is that everything was done in one take. They recorded the album in 2 weeks, like mixed and mastered and everything. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I love that track. It's one of my favorite songs off the album as well. Love the line. He goes in. This nigga, it's pretty much a diss track towards Marley Marl, Mr. Magic, Roxanne Shante. Love the line when he says, "I finally figured it out. Magic mouth is used for sucking. Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. MC Shan and Marley Marl is really only bluffing. Like Dougie Fresh said, I tell you now, you ain't nothing." Holy shit. Like, that's fucking crazy, son. That's dope, man. I really, really, really love that, man. Love that line. Fucking love that joint, man. Like I said, it's way better in South Bronx, obviously. See, now, I feel like the bridge is over. Yeah, bridge is over, definitely reigns supreme. You know what I mean? Mad people freestyle over that beat, but it's just such an iconic beat. I love that joint. Very, very dope. Way better than Kill That Noise, because Kill That Noise was whack. I didn't like that beat. That shit was trash. Track 9, Super Hole, pretty cool. This is a very interesting track because Super Hole, when you talk about hoes in songs, you're usually talking about a woman. Now, in this case, he's talking about Scott LaRock being a hoe. You know what I mean? And being a player, you know what I mean? Just talking about him being a male gigolo, you know what I mean? He's getting all the women, and it's just pretty much bigging up, Scott LaRock, like him getting all the ladies and things like that, and just him sleeping with women after women after women. And he's just pretty much bigging them up and on that shit and that whole song. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty interesting. Very original because you don't really hear that very often. Like you talk about your man as being a player and things like that. I like the line where he says, "Now many people have their ways of expressing what they do best. For Scott, it's undressing. Yes, either a girl or some date for the night. He doesn't want to hear that you're too tight. So do not think that Scott LaRock is mean. It's not his fault. He'll give you Vaseline." That is fucking brutal, son. Holy shit. Especially for 1987, like, that's fucking beast right there. Like, who the fuck was thinking, like, I mean, I know they were thinking, like, but, like, for them to put that out on record, I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty cool, man. Very brave. Could you imagine him playing that now, putting that shit out now, especially with the Me Too movement that's going on right now? Yeah, that just wouldn't fly, He definitely would have got banned or whatever, or boycotted or some shit like that. And track 10, Criminal Minded, the last track, very dope way to end the album. Very, very dope. My favorite line is where he says, "Never offbeat because it doesn't make sense. Grab the microphone, relax, not tense. You waited, debated, and now you activated. A musical genius that could not be duplicated. Fucking dope, my nigga. Just saying, like, yo, there's only one KRS-One, and that's me. Many have tried, many have failed. You ain't gonna fuck with this dude, man. I'm the god. I'm the teacher, son. I'm the Blastmaster KRS-One. Fucking love that shit, man. In your face, a good fuck you to everybody. That's what I got from that. Overall, dope album. What this is, like I said before, it comes with the second disc. Comes with like demos, 12-inch versions of certain songs, remixes and things like that. It also comes with like interviews that they did around '87. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Very iconic album, for everybody. A lot of people say like this kind of started gangster rap. That could be debatable because I kind of feel like, PSK, What's Up, Parkside Killer, Schoolie D, shit like that. That came out like '85. I feel like Schoolie D doesn't get the props that he deserves when it comes to with gangster rap. Everybody knows about Ice-T. Just Ice, he another one that doesn't get props too, who was affiliated with KRS-One and shit. You know what I mean? Especially around that time. Yeah, man. Very dope album. KRS-One said that he made this album for the thugs. You know what I mean? And it wasn't trying to be like trying to be gangster. But it was like putting shit on their point of view, like, yo, okay, this is what gangsters do. Don't follow that road. And that's what I got from that. But a lot of people say this is a gangster rap album, you know what I mean? But he doesn't claim it is, but he's just accepted for what it is. And sadly, right after this album, when did this album came out? I know it came out in '87. But what year? What month? Excuse me. Gotta give me a second. Okay, it came out on March 3rd, 1987. So, a couple months later, after this album was released, sadly, Scott LaRock was killed. He got shot, and how that happened was Scott LaRock, D Nice was messing with some chick, in the projects, Bronx River projects, and he got into some beef with some dude. I guess some dude that was jealous of D Nice, or I guess like he was pretty much cheating. His girl was cheating with D Nice on her man, or whatever the case may be. So dude wanted to kill D Nice or beat him up over that shit. So he called Scott LaRock like, "Yo, son, I got some beef. I need help." So he pretty much went over, squashed the beef. They squashed the beef between them two. But then some dude from the window, ended up shooting at them niggas, and the bullet ended up hitting behind Scott LaRock's ear and killed him instantly. And that's fucking sad, man. Over a girl, man. That shit is fucked up, man. But rest in peace to Scott LaRock. You know what I mean? And I remember Karis One was saying like when he got to the scene, he was saying like how MC Serch was the first person to see in the scene. MC Serch like, yo, he asked Karis One like, yo, why are you smiling? And Karis One said that okay, he knows that Scott LaRock is in a better place now, which I thought was kind of cryptic, kind of morbid. You know what I mean? But but Karis One say some bugged out shit for now and again. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, but it's Karis One. But then I'm glad that he didn't stop with this album, because I will be reviewing the rest of the Boogie Down Productions album reviews or the discography, so definitely stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I apologize if it was a little bit too long, but I had to pretty much cover that. And I hope you guys enjoyed that review. You be easy. Peace.